Down to do a customer service assignment. It's fun. It's due on Monday. Not even that it's hard. It's just doing it, you know. I'm actually enjoying it. It's turning out really good, but I am worried about the format because it's a report. I have done one for communications. Was that correct? I did well in it, I suppose, but my layout wasn't like proper. So what I'm going to do is get all the content and then at the last minute, probably tomorrow evening, or tomorrow morning more so, go over and like look at the layout, make sure, and the structure of it, make sure that's right. But anyway, yeah, I came home today from Sligo, needed a break from responsibility and just wanted to lie down at home. I just thought this is what I wanted to do, you know. Walked around town in Sligo for a while before I got the train. I don't walk around, like I sat down and got a roll. Shouldn't have got it, but I did. And a coffee. Shouldn't have got that either, but I did. What's new? Good times, good times. I'm also gonna have a bath. It's 8 now and I'm only starting the assignment. Why? Hope everyone is having a good weekend, even though you're not going to see this until next weekend. Hope you had a good week. So I'm with my mom. We went shopping in Super Value in my hometown, Boyle. Shout out. Every time, like, I have a natural reaction to give my mom her purse when she's after putting petrol in the car, because she comes in straight away and is like, can I have my purse? Like, she doesn't bring it when she's going. She just always asks. Anyway, I didn't go back to Sligo this morning. I was very homesick and decided rationally, like, or not rationally, but like impulsive or out of the blue. Yesterday morning I woke up and I was just like, yeah, I'm going home. Like, I didn't even have to think about it. I was just like, I'm going home. So I came home for about 6:30, 7 really by the time we got home, because I met Mum when she finished work at 6 in Carrick, and I did college work till quite late, to be honest. I sat with my mum though all evening and it was so needed. It was so good. For college work, quite a lot to do this week, to be honest, in terms of college work. So I'm not mad that I'm not there today, because I want to kind of feel a bit more ahead. I always like get more confident with that kind of feeling. So if I start work today and kind of like put a good bit of effort in, I'll feel so confident going in tomorrow, if that makes sense. That's it really. I'm going to end the vlog, I would say, this evening at some point. Could just put this in this week's. Duh. Yeah, no, I will. That's a good idea. Sweet. Okay, welcome to this week's vlog. Mom also bought me a coffee, which I feel is very kind of her, considering my financial situation this week due to rent being paid. Yeah, she's sent skin. It makes me very upset to say I just recorded so much of me yapping away, and what did I do? I had just taken a picture of myself, a nice one at that, by the way. Anyway, I just spent about 2 minutes chatting about a range of things, but mainly saying that I went to town with my mum. It was so lovely to be able to do that. That's such a simple thing, but to have the time, went to town, do the shopping with my mum. It's not something I get to do very often anymore. And it was something I always used to do when I lived here. You know, being the girl, I'd be like, I'll go with you. Food shop, like nothing major. Whoa, I didn't nearly break my ankle and trip, you did. But anyway, got back from town. Lovely experience. So simple, but so nice. And then went up to my nanny and granddad's. and had like a really deep and wholesome chat with my granddad, as always. Like, our conversations are never dull or lacking, you know. It's always about something that isn't just small talk, you know. And we discussed the urgency culture and life since COVID, life when he was younger and the difference now, and how like neighbours always used to chat to each other. Not even, like, they go up to each other's houses, and you wouldn't bat an eyelid, you know, it was normal. And whereas now, like, you get a knock on the door, or you're like, if your neighbour came over, you'd be like, are you okay? Like, why are you here? And yeah, it's just really sad for older generations, but also like for my age, you know. When I do like have a family and all that, I love the idea of my friends, family, neighbours that I'm friendly enough with to come over and visit and have an actual in-person chat, you know. I don't I'm so not old-fashioned, and I'm not saying I'm different, you know. I don't use my phone at all. I do use my phone, mainly though for creative purposes. I must say, I just naturally, I'm very strict with myself, and I just don't want it to ever take away from the present moment. Like, even now, me recording this on my walk, I'm going to leave the phone down in a minute, and I'm going to continue this walk, and I have the whole way back, you know. I'm not I'm very present when I'm vlogging, you know. I don't feel like it's different from sitting there and scrolling. And don't get me wrong, I have my days where I doom scroll, but then the next day, you know, I will be very aware of that and be like, oh god, like, I wasted my whole downtime, like my 2 hours of downtime I just spent on my phone. Yeah. I also, I'm kind of going from topic here, spoke about, yeah, the, like, how everyone is just so, everyone's rushing all the time. Like, even in the simple things, you know, like doing your shopping. Don't get me wrong, I understand not everyone, like, everyone has schedules, and some people's are busier than others, meaning they have to rush things like shopping. I understand it's not exactly in certain people's control because of the lifestyle they live, but the point we were saying is, you know, it wasn't always like that, and people weren't always busy 24/7. There's just no time for being present anymore. And I've really, in the last few months, I'm kind of realizing that I've kind of been conditioned to think that I have to live a lifestyle like that, and, you know, I have to have a job that I work my ass off in, and barely have any time to myself, but it's all for money, so it's okay. Yeah, no, I've realized, you know, this is not the way I want to live my life. And although it may seem normal, and I may be classed as not normal or lazy or not hardworking or less driven than others, it's not what life's about. And although I strive, I really do want to succeed in the career path I choose, I'm not going to let it define how I feel day to day. I'm not going to let it determine whether I've lived my best life or not, you know. I just think there's so much and so many other things that are so important. But I also sometimes feel like I'm very alone in that type of thinking. Living in Sligo, I have to say, there's a lot of creative people, and it's actually what woke me up recently to be like, you know, why did you let yourself slip up and, you know, get kind of roped into the whole doing what you feel other people think you should do again? Because I got out of it for a while, and then I suppose being back in routine, I lost the sense of freedom that I always have or like to have. And yeah, I'm just coming up to the summer now. I'm like, I need a lot of changes in my life. I want to change my hair. I want to not change career, but I'd like to indulge it or delve into a new area. Not maybe new, maybe one that used to be familiar to me. I have so many different thoughts. I think journaling is definitely needed to figure out what it is that I am aiming towards. There's kind of three different things, two kind of fit into the same category. I will say beauty. You can gather I've really been considering going back to what I know and what I fucking love, to be fair. Just at the time when I was in beauty, more so hairdressing, had a lot going on in my personal life, and just I wasn't as confident as I am now. I wasn't as good as talking or socializing. I wasn't as self-assured, and I feel having that now, I am in a position where I feel I could give it a go again. I kind of want to give it a go again. This thought could change. I could get into a salon environment and be like, oh God, what am I doing? But I don't know, something's drawing me towards it. I'm going to go now anyway because my dog is just, she wants to move and I want to move. I'm going to go back and have a shower. That was a really good walk though. And because I was recording, I actually flew it and I went way further than I meant to. So yeah, good chat.